All right, good people, Cherokee County, what's going on? Big Matt Diamond Dean's in the house. We are going back through here and watching some of the game. Dean, tonight we got all kind of stuff to talk about. There ain't no doubt about it. Hope everybody's having a great evening. I know that I am. God is good, and He's given us another day, and rejoice and be glad in it, and that we are. Today, we've got so many things to talk about. Let's just check through the list right here. College football has kicked off this weekend, guys. I know they wasn't great games, but it was okay.
Yeah, there was one pretty good one.
We're going to do Alabama Auburn breakdown on some of the guys returning on the line. And we got King. He's going to be the QB out at Texas A&M. Finley was taking all the snaps yesterday at the open practice at Auburn, so he's obviously going to be your guy. JSU and Nebraska. We're going to dive into some of their stats. We're going to talk about that game. We got local scores. We're going to have our player of the week, Big Diamond player of the week, number 2 on the year. Saban Salary is a little too much, or is it not? We're going to talk about that. So
we ain't been back long, have we, Bob?
Well, I thank everybody for coming by, and we're going to do a Little Debbie challenge to kind of do our snack taste test for tailgating, college football type stuff, atmospheres, what we got going on. And we had a poll, and these were the top 3. I believe Nutty Bar, Oatmeal Pie, and Zebra Cake. That was 1, 2, 3. That's how it wound out. And we'll give our opinions on that. Now, without any further ado, Dean, we have to do one thing, and we have to thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors, none of this would be possible. So y'all hang on. We'll be right back in 20 seconds. All right, everybody, we're back. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Thank Jerry. Got to go over there and meet him and the wife. Met them at the Pee Wee game. Their little boy plays over there for the Cherokee County Pee Wee team. Hope everybody had a good time over there. It was hot, and there was a lot of the little kids was playing, and they were getting after it. So let's get into some news first. Just kind of some stuff. We'll kick around the bushes here for everybody. Slavis is going to be QB at USC. He's going to be the starter out there. I think everybody kind of expected that to be how it was. Now, there's a running back. He tied the FBS last year in rushing touchdowns. The Marshall running back, Rashawn Ali, he takes a leave. 1,400 yards, 23 touchdowns, on 250 carries. He was tied with Taylor Algery, who also had 23 touchdowns. Said he has family issues. Marshall opens up with Norfolk State at home September the 10th.
And I'm watching that. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the deal. Liberty new quarterback, the kid that come from Baylor.
Their other one got drafted by it wasn't by the Falcons. They expected him, Willis.
Charlie Brewer is going to be the quarterback out there. He had 9,700 yards at Baylor, 65 touchdowns, was a Big 12 champ, of course. So
9,700.
Yeah, he's going to definitely be. He's going to be the quarterback, and everybody wouldn't be dare disgrace to say why that he would be the quarterback.
No, 9,700. That's decent.
Other news we got going on: SEC storied section, a Florida Gator called the Cuban Comet. Want to talk about that and share that with y'all as we get on to the show. That was an amazing story, and
that was 88 catches one year.
I'm gonna get into that a little bit. So we hope everybody's having a good day. Remember, guys, you can go over and find us at Spotify, and you can always find us on iHeartRadio, Applecast. Some people's watching on YouTube. We got some Twitter people. We got Facebook, Dean. We're covering it all, baby, nationwide.
Yeah, we got it. CNN, Fox News.
We're posting the scores across the bottom of the screen right now. I guess the Saban deal, everybody's been kind of talking about it, and is he worth the money? I could say yes, and some people say no. I mean, it's a lot of money.
He brought a lot of money in.
It's a lot of money, though. It is a lot of money.
11.6 a year.
Now, here's the validations. 183 and 25. 2029 for Saban plus his bonuses will be the year end of that. Is he worth it? Well, obviously so. He's had 9 of 13 years at number 1 in recruiting. Georgia's had 2 of the past 13 at number 1. 112 draft picks, 4 Heismans, 106 weeks in the AP poll. 32 coaches Saban has kind of put in the road. I don't know if you could say actually put in the road, but during his tenure, 32 coaches have moved on.
And to take a better job.
Well, no, not really.
Yeah. Well, the big head coaches and stuff like that.
No, usually just losing their jobs, period.
Yeah.
Or they come to work at Alabama.
Yeah.
Coach O, twice, Ole Miss and LSU.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Coach Crum, Fulmer, Muschamp, Meyer twice. Coach Sumlin, Gus, Mullen at Florida, Dooley, Belima, Jones, which I think those 2 wound up working for him.
I thought you were saying he had. Never mind.
Not guys that work for him, but coaches that
they moved on since he's been there.
Yeah, he coached against, and they're like, guys, you can't get the job done, so we're going to find a better coach because everybody's trying to beat Alabama. And for him, later on, Morris at Arkansas. Now, there's some that was in there in the list, like they got caught up in some scandals or, so I don't.
Has there been a coach?
I don't really count them.
That stayed the whole time? I don't think there has been, has there?
No.
Since he's been there, has there been a coach in the SEC that's been the same coach?
No.
Stoops has been there a while, but not the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think Stoops will get fired anytime.
His daily pay, guys, is more than 1 year tuition in Alabama. Now, with 12,000 plus more students, that equals about $500 million because since he's been there, there's about an annual grade of 12,000 more each year. That's about $500 million. Ad revenue, 3 hours of TV in millions, you could say, plus the SEC game, plus the title games that he's in, $70 to $80 million for that, and then times that by 8 times a year for the games that he's in. So, is he worth it?
Probably.
He's brought billions of dollars to revenue to Alabama, so I would assume, just as a business decision,
he's helped bring it anyway, hasn't he?
Now,
but you could also say, well, wouldn't people have been going to Alabama games anyway? I mean, wouldn't there be a big following? They had a big following before he got there. So, I mean, I'm just saying for argument's sake.
It had been.
It's not like their program was dead.
It was down.
It was down
tremendously.
Yeah.
We were lucky to win. We hoped we won 6 games to go to a bowl game sometimes.
Yeah.
Or the Price and the Shulas. It was just really, and before '93, but I mean before Gene Stallings,
yeah.
Before that, I mean, dude, we're talking about it had been in the late '70s since they'd won a title. I mean, the '80s were run by Miamis and Nebraskas. So Bama had been on a skid for 15 years,
went about 13 or 14, yeah.
And then they 14, win one,
I think, 13,
and then from '93
to 9, they didn't win.
So I think it's definitely worth it. But I wanted to talk about the Cuban comment from Florida.
Okay.
From 69 to 71, 2011, he was inducted to the College Football Hall of Fame. I thought it was a good story. Y'all can go back and go to SEC Stored, and you can get it on apps, and you can rewatch. I just thought it was amazing. 2,700 receiving yards, 75 yards a game average.
Wow. And this is in the early 70s,
which
they always threw a lot in college.
And the old ball coach come on there and said he gives some talk about it because he was there. He won the Heisman there in '66 at Florida. Spurrier did. So
he come about 3 years after him.
Yeah, and the political things that he kind of stood for there on campus, being Cuban American and coming to the States, and him and his brothers, they all played baseball. Well, he wound up having a knee problem, and his knee kept swelling all the time. So that last year they played, they were really expected to be good those years.
I looked at the stats. Him and the quarterback and the running back's numbers went down every year.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
His knee kept swelling, so he had to quit. He just couldn't play football.
And like that, but that 1 year now, they were pretty amazing, which was the 1969.
Yeah.
But did not do as well in 70 or 71. Still did good, but not as well.
Yeah. That was just a story I just wanted to share. I thought it was it was good. It was a fun story. the SEC storage stuff. And now, of course, we're going to get into high school stuff. We've got the scores rolling across the bottom of the screen. Spring Garden goes down to Coosa Christian, 27-0, takes care of business. Sandrock 29-12 over the Bluff at LD Bruce. Cherokee County Warriors defeat Piedmont for the first time in 12 years, 21-14. And Gainesville almost played a close one with Idle. Coach Knapp was resting the players after that game. It's going to be a tough getting back.
Idle. I announced that at the ball game. So two people come up to me and said, Gainesville played Idle?
Yeah. It's going to be close.
No, Idle.
They're getting ready to go play Coosa Christian this week. They will be down there at Coach O'Brien, Teddy, and Alaric.
Yeah.
See if
stadium.
They can get ready for that down there. So now, as for the week, we can target.
We had a long weekend, didn't we? We went on these games Friday, and did you want to tell them where we went yesterday?
Well, we went to Ireland, the Nebraska Northwestern game. We're going to break it down for you in the college section. So if you enjoy college football, y'all hang around, and we will definitely get onto that. And, of course, we all just love spending the first little bit of time talking about our local people.
We just got back about an hour and a half ago.
Put him on the screen, Dean. Logan Crider.
Logan Crider.
What's
How you
up?
doing, Logan?
The Swiss Army knife, Sandrock Wildcats over there with Coach Heath and Bunch. Really enjoyed catching up with those guys in the summer and going to see them. It's always a lot of fun. We got Nico Macareth. Have we already covered the SEC? No, we have not. We're fixing to get into high school stats and all that stuff. Kevin Moore, how you doing there, sir? Always good to see you. Hope you're having a great day and God's blessing you. And Mr. Haygood, hope you're having a great day too and God's blessing you as well. We appreciate all you guys for stopping by. And we're fixing to get into that, Nico. Everybody feel free to jump in. And when we do the Little Debbie Challenge, give us y'all's opinions. I put a poll up back first of the week and tell us what your favorite cakes are too. So which game we want to – which one's first, Dean? Turn it over to you.
I guess the big one first.
You want to do the center game first?
Yeah, you were there, though. Do you want to tell us about it.
It was just exactly as I had kind of expected. They're both good football teams, and center has really prepared. And I've been over there a lot this summer, and I had felt like, if this is a year, I just had a good feeling about it. I felt like there's a chance they're going to do it. This will be a good year to do it. And the guys come back and they redeem themselves. The game was close. I mean, it was Piedmont goes down, scores first. Jack, just as Jack, he's going to just run over you or run through you, or he even hurdled a guy in the video. Go back on YouTube channel there and you can watch the highlights of the game. He's a phenomenal player. He's going to be Hall of Fame, Mr. Alabama. He throwed for 10,000 something. I mean, just amazing career that he's going to go out with over there. And Coach Smith and James Scooter and all the bunch, they're going to put a good product on the field. It just kind of was expected to be a good game. And I feel like if they could keep it close and limit the penalties and the turnovers, and they did. Getting in the start of the game there, they go in, they score, and it was 6-0. But center punched back.
Right.
I never seen them flinch. They were just ready to play the game, and they were ready to punch back. And so they come back out and they score. Malachi and Jack were offensively were awesome. The offensive line, Connor's your big guy. He's leader up front. Fantastic job. Lead them down the field, chipping away, punching away between Cornejo and Tay. And Jack took some snaps, and Jack gets loose on one and scores down there.
Right.
He went out to one.
Yeah,
but they wound up getting in anyway. And they make the extra point, so it makes it 7-6. And then just on a weird play, I think Jacob's running the ball, and he kind of gets to the line, and they punch the ball, and it just comes out perfectly right into a Bulldog hand. And they take it down the house, and they score. And that could have been a moment for a lot of young guys, just in general, not just center, but any high school football. You could just say, this is what happens when you play state champ teams. I mean, the ball just goes their way. I guess they're just supposed to win tonight. We're not. Well, they didn't. They come right back out, and we had a close game, and they played, and they stop them late down there on a fourth down, high snap. Of course, Jack flips it, catches it just perfect, catches the kid back at the end zone, bam, touchdown. But had a penalty on the play, was a legal lineman down the field.
Right. Yeah, that was a good touchdown play.
Yeah.
But,
just pull magic.
They're call that every time.
Jack makes magic. He's a magician.
Yeah, it was a good throw, good catch.
Yeah.
It looked like they had it.
Yeah.
It looked like they went up 21-14.
So it goes back, and the young the young Smith Sloan tries to kick 3 points. It's a little low. Coach Johnson may have been looking down from above and got a hand on it, blocking for him, I guess, over there at Bobby Joe Johnson Field. And after that, they just they kept believing, and they just chipped away and chipped away, and Piedmont had chances to be in the game, just missed a play here or there, and it just went down to the end, and Malachi breaks loose on one, and
50 looked like a routine play.
Yeah, just in the middle of the field, just
spun out of it.
Little slant, and I think a guy or two misses on the tackle. They're all after the ball, and
he made a good play.
Yep.
Well, he caught it and then spun back the other way.
Yep.
And just broke loose.
Yeah.
And that's your ball game.
So defensively, hats off for sure. Defensive line from we named all a while ago, talking about from Meatball to Tay to all the guys up. Arbor, we can't miss them up front, and of course T. Brown. He winds up making the ending of the game pick as Piedmont gets the ball back after Malachi scores, and Coach Smith has a timeout. And like a minute left, and all the adults are thinking, this is exactly what Coach Smith loves to do.
Oh,
Close
yeah.
game.
I would have never thought. I thought it would have shocked me a bit if they drove
I
down
know.
and scored, because how many times has he done that?
A lot. A lot of state championships, a lot of playoff wins. Like I said, they do. Man, Piedmont's it's a dynasty over there. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, down 21-14 with a minute, win 42-21.
Yeah.
Which that's an exaggeration.
So
but
they chip away, get the kickoff, and they chip away down the field, and center just stopped them. And they rushed around the pocket and got after Jack a little bit, and he pushed the ball up the field. And he just –
that interception.
yeah, Tristan just jumps out and picks the ball off. That's it. Game runs out, and I think they down the ball, got back first with like 30, 40 seconds, and then the celebration really starts.
Right.
So, with congratulations to Cherokee County, Coach Kelly, Coach Henderson, Coach Weaver, Coach Turner, Coach Starr, and, of course, Josh. It's just
and
Coach
Hayes,
Decker. And
Turner.
Caleb, he was telling them, he was yelling, too, before it was over, like, hey, the game's not over.
Oh, no.
You better. All the adults are saying it's not over. You better get refocused because the kids are being kids, and it's exciting. The place is going nuts, and it was a great game. And we just have to remember, fans are going to say stuff, and fans are going to be fans. Fan is short for fanatic, but the kids played a respectful game with each other on the field. Didn't see no pushy, shovey, chippy. Good game. There was some confusion with the refs and a clock on a situation upstairs, and they messed that up. And but it turned out to be a good game, good atmosphere, and I'm glad that there's no injuries.
Right.
Praise God, there's nobody got hurt. Piedmont's got some young guys. The 21, the receiver over there,
going to be pretty good.
Well, he's going to be something else. I can't wait to see them play. And Piedmont will be playing Sylvania this week. Seen Coach Blanchard this morning at Walmart. See him a lot on Sunday mornings. He's in there getting groceries, so he probably don't want to talk to people because coaches just get, hey, what about that game? You just want to go get groceries.
Why'd you do that?
Why can't I just go buy groceries?
Yeah.
And I just,
You have to go in a mask or something.
Yes, and you just want to buy. And I just told him, hey, good luck this weekend against Sylvania. And the game was what it was, and once in 12 years, and Center, they were the better team Friday night. I'm sure that's how Coach Smith would address it. They were better tonight, and good luck to them on there. And they all went to school at Center. Well, I remember all these guys, coaches, are all
a lot of them did, yeah.
Center people, a lot of them. So exciting game. Proud of them.
Looking at the numbers here, Matt. Hopper, 12 of 15, 180 yards. Corneo, 95 yards rushing. Center's defense held Piedmont to 170. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was big. Their
That's probably
defense,
the biggest
man.
stat of the game. And, of course, Horton with the game-winning catch. So Center moves to 2-0, and Piedmont 0-1. They won the first week, but that was considered a jamboree.
Yeah, with the five game. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we know they're just those are coaches' games to let their young ones kind of play and run a few plays against some other team instead of their own. Paul and Steve probably ran about 4 or 5 plays, I'd assume.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't think there was too much.
But they got Sylvania.
Yeah, that'll be a tough game.
It's gonna be a good game, man. And Cherokee County, they'll be playing Good Hope. I got a few numbers on them. Rest of yards and stats and.
Well, I went to the CB game and just
Bluff
quickly.
Tigers.
We'll obviously we're going to highlight the ones we were at.
Now tell us about it. Now Dean texts me close to halftime, and it's 12-0 Cedar Bluff, and I was like, well, okay, you know.
Cedar Bluff seemed to be very much in control, even into the third quarter, and then there was a tip ball, and Jace Turner for Sandrock intercepted and ran back 65 yards for a touchdown. All right, so that made it 12-6. I think they missed the extra point. No, they got the extra point, 12-7. Well, then there's another tip ball on Cedar Bluff's next possession.
Yeah, 4 turnovers.
Yeah, and they ended up getting it to 46 and drove down and scored and went up 14-12. Then Cedar Bluff had a mishap on punt team, and Sandrock took over to 36, and it was a 4th and 5 from the 6, and Logan Crider.
Logan, what's up?
Got the first down at the 1. That's a huge play. And then 20-12, Cedar Bluff still had a chance to drive down and tie the ball game. And they were going to block the extra point, and Brian Giles pulled it up and threw to Crider in the back of the end zone.
Yes, that's
22-12.
that just
So it just
the anticipation by a young mind to do that.
and it may have got blocked and went back in his hands. I don't know. Maybe Logan knows, but he threw it. He ended up. I'm sitting there going, Cedar Bluff blocked the extra point. This is going to be a drive to tie the ball game. The next thing I know, Giles is throwing a 2-point conversion to Crider. So, but
What's up? What's up, Zachary? What's up, guy?
But
Good to see
numbers
you on
in the
here.
game, Leak had 80 yards passing, 55 rushing. Chestnut, quarterback for Sandrock, had 61 pass, 48 rush. Haygood, 61 rush. And Crider had 50 yards offense and had the big 2-point play that put it out of reach, actually. But the stats of the game was on the losing team was Cade Browning, 105 rushing.
I know.
50 receiving.
50 receiving.
And 215 all
And
purpose.
7 tackles.
215 all purpose.
Cade, that's a great game, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Watched this young kid grow up. Went to school with both his parents. It's amazing. Logan has a comment here. He's going to give us
Ask him what
some
happened on
insight.
that play.
It was a bad snap, but was funny that we was just joking with the coach that we was going to do that right before it happened. So
It worked out. I mean, I thought, well, they blocked this. And he threw it. He was obviously, when your whole team's still up there fixing to block a kick, you're not going to have anybody covering.
just a bad snap, and
And it ended up.
Giles just kind of says, well, I'm just going to make peanut butter. We got jelly, so he's just going to make a peanut butter and jelly. Good job, guys.
I don't know if there was anybody even close. Why would there be?
I know. Like the Tebow jump pass, like there's nobody going to be able.
No.
Who's looking for that?
No, and just the mishaps late. You know, you had 2 interceptions. One of them was off. Well, 2 of them was off deflection, and then you had the punting mishap. And Sandrock, let's give them all the credit. They took advantage.
Yeah,
They took advantage. You know, there's a team that gets turnovers and don't do nothing with it, and there's a team that gets turnovers and does something with it, and they did. And I'm pretty sure they scored off every one of them. Well, maybe I know they did.
well, and getting the stats from Coach Bates, and again, we thank all the coaches for getting us stats, and we aggravate them a little bit, and they send them right over to us.
Right.
And looking at the stats, you just go down both sides. These stats for both these teams are really close, except 2 things. Cedar Bluff had 10 penalties for like 65 yards, I think, and the 4 turnovers. Other than that, like offensive yards gained, tackles behind the line,
Right.
minutes of possessions was within like minutes of each. So that just tells you got to take care of the football, and penalties will definitely put you out of a game. So we hope Cedar Bluff's going to be Coach Beckett. Will definitely be getting
Right.
ready. Coach Crane, Coach Little over there definitely going to be getting ready because they got to go to Woodville. You know, and I know poor Woodville. If there's somebody from Woodville on here, I apologize. I don't know if they won a game last year.
I don't know.
I think I got it down here. They no, they did not. They was 0-10. 1A Region 7. So,
But you know, maybe
So they
it's
gotta go over
deal
there.
where they have everybody on the team back.
so yeah, Cedar Bluff will be getting ready to go over there.
And the other game, Matt, and obviously we wasn't there, but Spring Garden beat Coosa Christian 27-0. Connor Bates 182 yards. He's going to be close to 400 after 2 weeks. Chapel Pope 95. Cam Welsh had 42 yards offense. John 77 yards. 391 yards for Spring Garden.
Almost 400 yards.
So they're averaging 400.
And
400 a game.
we'll mention again, and we make sure we give this coach a little extra love, and nobody else does. Coach Ragsdale. Todd, how many shutouts?
Oh, my gosh.
Guys,
I don't know.
and I know
I'll
Kusa.
have to go look. It's ridiculous.
And I know with Kusa, they have some young players, and they started like a bunch of 8th and 9th graders this year, and they do have a few older guys this year. And I'm not trying to make excuses. We like Mark and Teddy and Alaric. You know, and they're still kind of in a period of transitioning.
Yes.
But still, hats off to Coach Ragsdale and staff.
Yes.
Coach Howard.
I'd say he's had 15 or 20 in the last 5 years, at least.
Because last year, I think it was like 130 or 140 points they give up, and 35 points was scored by Aliceville.
So they give up 105 points in 12 ball games. I haven't been to a game yet where anybody gained any yards on them.
Well, and we will be. That's going to be our game of the week. It will be Spring Garden Wadley. That's a big region game because Cedar Bluff will be out of town. Cherokee County, which I was just there, and Gales will be they'll be out of town at Coosa, and Sandrock will be hosting Pisgah. That is a big game for them.
Yes, that's very big. But I think Sandrock will probably pretty fired up now. They seem to be down a little bit, and after that interception, and Logan can back me up on it, it was just a different team.
Jerry, thank you for coming on and coming by again. Thank you for your sponsorship, sir. We sure do appreciate you. Y'all seen him in the advertising spot. Jerry Mobley, concrete and construction work. The phone number's up there. Guys, y'all check him out. And anything you need done, good, hard-working, honest people just around here in the county. I mean, you just don't get no better. I mean, if you just need something done, just give him a call. I mean, he's going to work daylight to dark. He's going to do you a good job. Warrior Gym, John has come in and took over at Warrior Gym. He's putting down new flooring. The gym will be closed. I think me and Zach talked about it. Probably the end of this week, first of the week, there will be closed, but now new flooring, Warrior Gym. They're always on there with us. And, of course, CNC Rentals.
CNC Rentals.
Boring winches, floor mats, mowing stuff, anything you need to get done for that. Scott Lloyd's Legal Service, defense attorney. Scott's been around forever. I mean, he retired DA from the surrounding counties. And, of course, Corey Culberson. Corey, it's just great people, great group over there. You need anything done, small cases, big cases, Corey will help you go in and see him.
And just us stats. We didn't get any stats on Gillsville.
Well, I heard it was pretty. I don't know if Idle's pretty good.
I don't know. Did they not gain any?
Yeah.
Air Knapp. That's what somebody's calling it now.
And Turkey Eye Clinic, JR and April McKenzie. Go by and see them for your eye care needs. They can get anything done. Sweet bunch of girls in the office up there and all kind of cool shit. These rims here, Nikes. I got them over there from them back first year. Just great people here in the county that help us make this show possible. And we can't do it without y'all. And we appreciate it. Let's get into our comments here. We do have some extra comments here. Let's see. Coach Short, what is up? Most extra point teams have a call for a bad snap.
Right.
It is an automatic call fired, to tell us that the receivers where to go in attempting 2-point version. Coach Short is right. The legendary Coach Short.
Yeah, but this was what I'm saying. I'm actually taking up for Cedar Bluff. I can see why they didn't stick to that plan. Because, I mean...
You're not expecting it to,
I mean, it was a bad snap. You got guys right on it. They're doing like this, and he don't even have it put down yet.
Yeah, so in a chance of a fire for the defense, do you have a counter? Water!
Yeah. I mean, they didn't think...
Well, they go, oh, no, I got to cut off the ground and try to find the guy. Well, it's too late.
Well, it's like, you holler... Okay, if you're a cornerback, Coach Short, answer this question. If you're a defensive back and the team runs to the right and you hear reverse, are you going to keep covering that receiver? You're going to come up.
Yeah, right.
Well, when they run the reverse, he stops and throws it to that receiver down there. And I got people telling me after the game, which I coached him, I'm not going to lie, he should have stayed with him. I'm like, come on, dude. Everybody knows when you holler reverse, that means it's a reverse coming at you.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Well, we were in man-to-man, so that was their point. You don't ever leave your man in man-to-man. But people hear fire, and yes, you're right.
Logan comments, yes, different energy after that, and I honestly think that's going to carry us a long way this season. Sure, yeah, winning a game in an old-timey traditional game, which Logan don't know about. He's too young. The area championships that were decided at Sandrock, at Jacob Field, Art Bruce Field is just from your young. I mean, before you played. I mean, way back. The old school Sandrock games they're legendary for area. We were area 13. Is that right? Area 12, something like
12
that.
or 13.
So.
I don't know. I should know that, but I don't.
That's some of that stuff. Now I got next week who they're going to play. We'll talk about that. We don't pick wins, but we're going to support our county.
Go ahead.
Gillsville will be traveling to Coosa Christian. They lost Spring Garden 27-0, and Geraldine the week before 36-7, which 5 took care of business up there. About the same scores, about 34-7.
6.
4-6 last year. 1A Region 7 went 3-3 in the region. Coosa did. So Coach Knapp and the bunch will take off and head down Highway 411. To play the Coosa Christian Conquerors.
Last year, good game.
Yes, it was.
24-17.
It was a good game last year. Both teams had 3 or 4 fumbles. I think both teams, they both turned the ball over a lot. So good luck to both teams. No injuries. What we always pray for every game. Lord be with all the players and have no injuries. Spring Garden, we'll be hosting Wadley. That is our game of the week. We'll be over there covering that. Last year, Wadley was 13-2. 1A Region 5 was 7-0 in that region, Dean. They lost Spring Garden 21-19 last year. I look for it to be a little more than 21 this year for Spring Garden.
I think Wadley lost.
Yeah.
I mean, usually when a 1A school has enough players to make it to a state championship, most of those guys don't come back.
Well, they lost Sweetwater later on, 34-16, and Wadley don't hang your head on losing Sweetwater.
No, but I don't think they've got a lot of those players back.
Well, they won their first state championship in 1977, the year I was born. Boom. Warriors will be hosting Good Hope. They did beat Venom 34-22 this past week. Last year was 9-4.
Wow.
4A Region 6, they were 5-1. So Good Hope's a good team. They lost last to
Looks like they're very good.
Aniana. There's no shame in that. 37-19 lost them. Aniana went on and got beat up pretty bad by Viger. But most people did get beat by Viger pretty bad, except Center. Now, Center held them to a couple of touchdowns, played them a tough game. And we talked about Cedar Bluff, Bennett Woodville. They lost to Whitesburg Christian 47-8, 0-10, 0-6 region, 1A Region 7. Last time they played, Cedar Bluff beat them 54-12. I look for the score to be about the same.
Yeah.
Now, a big game in the area. Big game.
Sandrock Pisgah.
That's going to be a good one. Last year it was 48-42.
Wow.
And they lost later. Pisgah lost later to Sulligett 52-38. They beat
offense, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, they beat Glencoe earlier. It was like a jamboree, maybe 54-4. I don't know if that was a game or week 0. However they do that. They pull out a close win against Lexington, 29-28. So, in my thinking, I'm thinking, Dean, they play a squeaker game. It's hard to get back up and get back out of your head when you play a squeaker game and playing Lexington. And I went through Lexington's schedule some, and they didn't seem like they're just going to be world beaters this year already, and from what they had last year.
I've never heard a lot about Lexington. I mean, they may have had some good teams. I'm not going to say they haven't.
And honestly, I've not
heard a lot about them.
I look for Sandrock to roll that. I think they win that game.
Well, I think Sandrock's got some confidence back. And Logan can back me up on this. Before that interception, return for a touchdown, Logan, y'all wasn't very motivated.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they were a little down and on themselves, or just the way things were going. And well, after that, different mindset.
Well, good luck to everybody in the county. I think we've got everything hammered out, went through all our stats, and there's only one thing left to do, guys. And there ain't but one thing left to do. And that's our favorite part of the show, really, Player of the Week. I mean,
Player of the Week.
That's always
Sorry.
the most.
We're not doing it this week.
That's the most exciting part. And everybody kind of would think, what team would probably, from B to Player of the Week. And, it is what it is, and we can't give them to a kid 2 weeks in a row. I mean, because there'll be other chances for Connor to win it, I'm sure, the way he's playing this year. So, and we try to, I think we had some players win it twice,
Not many.
I think
maybe Luke.
Yes, Luke or Cooper.
Nobody's ever won it back-to-back weeks.
No, and we try to spread it out. We go school to school, and it usually needs to be a some type of combative game and a kid that just makes a difference in the game. Not that anybody else, and the kid knows too that they're any better than anybody else on the team because everybody knows it takes all of them.
Right.
But without the line blocking, quarterbacks can't make throws and running backs can't have lanes. That's the
Right.
big guy.
Right.
That's us. Without us, they ain't know them, and they know that. Defensively, Cherokee County defense line and Sandrock's defensive line too was part of that second half. They just Cedar Bluff couldn't score again. That's big. That's important for them. Give them some confidence to go in. And Galesville, I mean, stop idle. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Nap, good job, buddy.
Beat them up.
Yeah, so
Idle, open.
So our player of the week, without further ado, and we'll be out there tomorrow, and we'll have a Buffalo Wild Wings $20 card for the young man. Dean, who's it going to be this week?
Cade Hopper.
Cade, he had a fantastic game.
12 for 15. Wow.
He just and I mean there was like one overthrown ball all night. I mean when the pressure was on and the money was on the line, it was time to bet your money on the horses. Two really different drives. I mean to be back in the game and then to win the game. He did it two times. Went down and then the other time goes back. Everybody's seen the drive video I put up on YouTube, Facebook. It was great.
Oh, and sorry, Cade. It's Cade, not Cade. There's so many Cades and Cadens playing in this county. But Cade has had 3 incompletions this year. 3.
Yep, confidence really building for him, and he redeemed himself from last year, the game they played versus Piedmont, and he's fully redeemed for it. And but now it's time to get ready to play.
Right.
Good hope.
And I know the type of kid he is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he is. He's forgot about. I'm not saying he's forgot about Piedmont, but he's moved on.
I've always seen Cade as
because he knows this week it's a region game.
This is bigger than that game.
This is bigger than Piedmont game.
I mean, but for the school history stuff, and you want to be able to beat that rival up the road, and that's cool. But it has nothing to do with you getting placed in the playoffs, guys. Friday night's game matters of where you get placed.
People may not want to hear that. The Sylvania game's bigger for Piedmont.
It is. You don't want to hear that because they want to get placed tops, so they can. You want to be one.
Well, and the reality is, your 3 non-biggest games of the year are week 1, week 5, and week 10.
Yes, and sometimes it turns out that it's rival games and it's important to you, but as a team,
they make no difference. I mean, let's just be honest. They don't.
Yeah, you want to win those region games. So good luck to everybody starting in region play this week. No doubt, it's definitely going to be a good show, and so congratulations to
I take that back, Matt.
to Cade.
They can factor in tiebreakers.
Sure, yeah.
Forgive me for that.
And for rankings, they did beat Piedmont, so they may bump them up this week. But as the coaches are going to tell you, it's rat pulsing. All the pats on the back. Good job, buddy. Coaches don't want to hear that. We're trying to get our kids ready to play.
But you don't want to lose a non-region game you don't want to lose a region game if you can help it.
No, you want to come in there and be ranked for sure. So, with that being said, we've covered the high school stuff.
I think he got this one game last year, did he not?
Who? What?
Hopper.
He got what?
Player of the week.
Yeah, he did at some point last year. Yeah.
He's won it twice now.
Yeah. We're going to take a.
Deserving now, very deserving.
Yeah, absolutely. Proud of him. His mom and dad know them, great people. And everybody else, man, just the whole team. Jack Malachi had big parts of that. Jacob had huge parts of it. Everybody, the D-line from Watts to Meatball to Tay, and I'm going to miss somebody. Zach, I love all the guys out there. They get after it. Connor, he's the big leader, man. He's a senior up on that line in the middle. I've known him his whole life. And they're, excited, and it's time to get into region play. So,
all right. Yeah. Congratulations, Cade.
I'll be out
good
there.
Boy. Good player.
Yeah, I kind of imagine him was going to tell you, and we'll get off this. We'll go to college. I kind of always imagine Cade being like governor of Alabama for some reason. I do. I mean, it's like he's going to go into law. And he's going to be a political science major at Alabama, and he's just the shaking hand guy and the smiling guy and good, honest kid.
Yeah, I don't think he waits till Friday to go over his playbook.
Nope.
I don't think you're going to see him on Friday afternoon when we're running. I don't know what this jet sweep stuff is.
21. What?
What? No, he knows it right now.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, Cade.
21. What?
What play is that? What play is it? What is he talking about? We'll take just take a minute to swap gears. So college stuff, we was talking about Auburn quarterback. We got some questions on that. We do have some information on that of open practice they had Saturday. And we're going to talk about some picks from Pollock, Herbie, and Dez, some ridiculous, outlandish remarks. So y'all hang on, and we will be right back. Hang on. Alrighty, good people around the world from London to the Bay. Guys, I don't know, can't tell you how excited we are to be back. The Matt and Todd Show live, covering some SEC and nationwide football for Primetime Sports Network. Go there and find us on the Twitter space. And, well, Dean, let's just get into a little Davy challenge.
Yeah, let's do that first.
We got our top poll winners were the Nutty Bar was number one. So please, everybody, comment. Y'all can get back on here and tell us what y'all like first. Are y'all I like Nutty Bars.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm a Nutty Bar connoisseur myself.
It's my favorite. I'll go on and tell you. Oh yeah, that's good. This steak filled.
No.
That's what good I will.
German chocolate filled.
German chocolate. I got that yesterday when we was in Europe.
That was pretty good.
What?
The German chocolate over in Ireland. Yeah, I mean, Nutty Bar's it's a real play.
Oh, it's by far the best to me.
It won the poll.
Yeah, and it won. It's number one in our hearts.
I like the crunchy wafers and the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be honest with you, I'm a peanut butter guy. I love peanut butter. I'll eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
It's a great mix.
Now, you don't be able to talk with your mouth full.
It's a great mix. To me, the worst one of these three is the zebra cakes.
So that's my favorite. I love the cake. The cake and the icing. It's a good combination. The soft cake part of the cake is good. The zebra cakes are.
I'm gonna be full. Let me just try a bite here.
Zebra cakes are great.
It's not bad. That's not bad.
I like a zebra
I
cake.
didn't say it's bad.
None of these are bad. Number one.
Mm-hmm. But this one's got to be. This is the kind you get up at midnight and go eat.
The Nutty Bar is it kind of gives me a little tingly feeling of kindergarten, Mr. Inman in the old store, down at the school, the old break room. Well, we didn't have a room. We had a building.
Alfred.
We had a building outside.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'd go there and get break. And I think the Nutty Bars were 50 cents.
They were great.
I think I got 75 cents for break every day. So I'd get like a Nutty Bar, and for a quarter you could get a milk.
I think they're the best. I mean, me personally. And these are good too.
Yeah, I like the oatmeal pies.
I'm not eating all this, guys. We're just trying to buy.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Let's see. To me, that's second out of this thing. Nutty Buddy first.
Man,
Oatmeal.
Yes.
And then the zebra cake.
That's high quality right there.
Yeah.
We'll finish them after the show.
All right, now we got Kit Kat, Almond Joy,
Snickers.
But this is stuff that might be at a.
What do y'all like here? What we got going on here?
This is stuff that would be at a tailgate, guys. And you will see stuff like this. You also always see snacks.
Yes.
At tailgates. And you don't see, we're kidding around about the Snickers. You don't see a lot of Snickers and Almond Joy. You see stuff like that.
Yeah, you're going to have tailgatings. They're going to throw these boxes on the cooler. and you take them with you. And maybe next week, we may do some wings or some or try somebody's ribs. Somebody wants to donate some ribs.
This is snack week.
Yeah, we want to do just a rib something. We'll take a half a rack or something. I think Talbert's talking about doing a big smoke of butt or do some smoked bologna.
Make sure I get that because y'all have ants, and that'd be my fault. They'll be covered in ants. He's gonna smoke bologna.
Oh yeah, Talbert, if you're on, man, you better pay attention. Thank you, Miss Crowder. We do enjoy what we do. Thanks, guys, for the amazing job that y'all do recognizing our area boys. We do. We enjoy doing it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they deserve it.
They
work hard.
We are a college football show, kind of, pretty much. But we live here, and I'm going to go to games because I enjoy football, one. And two, I know a lot of these kids, just know them personally and their parents, so I enjoy covering. I like taking pictures. It's being creative, and I have a creative bone in me, and I enjoy doing it. So, yes, we do appreciate it. Thank you for recognition. Now, as far as the snacks, your one is Nutty Bar.
Nutty Bar. Yours is zebra cakes.
Let's see. I don't know.
Well, what we're going to do here, guys, over the weeks
Nutty
we do
Bar.
this, we're going to put together the perfect tailgate.
That's right. Man, number one. God, I love
Perfect
Nutty Bar,
tailgate
man.
for a college game.
I got to go with you, too.
You know Nutty Bar?
I love Nutty Bar.
Yeah.
I try to, but the zebra's close. I like the cake. It's number, and you like the oatmeal for number 2.
I like the oatmeal for 2.
And the zebra would be last. I like the oatmeal for 3. 1, 2, 3. So we agree. I mean, man. I think what it is, and I ain't gonna beat on it too much. But
we'll do chips when we meats.
Yeah.
We just won't do drinks.
That Nutty Bar, man.
Drinking.
The Nutty Bar.
Mm-hmm. Is that what most people voted?
It is.
I think it's the chocolate.
It won the poll. The crunchy peanut butter wafer is great, but I think it just got a little place. And it's Mr. Inman in the store, those overalls on, standing there at that counter, and you sleeve the box up, and you give him a quarter, and you get your push pop. And that's what I had a lot. A lot of times, me, Coach Mack, we were all class around there together, and we.
You do know that store's on Charlotte and Bevel's property, don't you? Back behind it. I'll take you up
Really?
there one day.
Yeah, that's right.
The old story.
Yeah, Tommy.
I don't know why. I'll ask Matt. Maybe Tommy got it.
Yeah, I think so. Me and Tommy talked about it one time.
I'm out here hunting one day, and I pull up, and I'm like hunting, and there's like people there at the store. No, I'm kidding.
You have a craving for a Star Pop.
I was wanting, Mr. Inman's out there, and just out in the middle of the woods, but to come up on something, and this is the truth. Obviously, there wasn't nobody out there serving, but I walked up, and I'm like, what is that? That looked familiar. What the crap is that?
You knew what it was. You just couldn't put your finger on it.
And then it hit me. I'm like, that's the dang store.
Mr. Emmons' old spot. Yeah, I could see him up there. And most of the time we eat Star Pops, the red, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
You get a quarter. Got one of those too. So Nutty Bar won.
Nutty Bar week 1. That's the snack we're taking.
That's the winner. We took Nutty Bar. We went along with you guys on the poll. So now, college stuff, guys. UAB's going to be in action.
They play Alabama A&M.
Yes, and JSU won their game against SF Austin. I did watch that game. They pulled away late. It got nasty. It got ugly.
Like that got pretty ugly.
It did.
What did you say? They had 500 yards?
42-17, 485 total yards. Webb passed for 200, and they rushed for 285. Webb was 60 of those rushing. Galden, he had reception of 100 yards. Now, Webb, he's from Phoenix City, Alabama. I seen him yesterday, and I remember that name, and I went back and found out. Now, this freshman guy they got, I watched him, Aaron McLaughlin. He is from Cummings, Georgia, so I did some digging on him, and you know how I get in rabbit holes, and I'm not going – I could have done a lot more, but I didn't. 6'5", 220. He threw for 40. They come in and play a little mop-up duty. Played at Denmark High in Alpharetta. And doing some research on Denmark High and who they play – that region and stuff, wasn't a real tough region.
I thought you were going to say he was from Denmark. I didn't even know they
it's in Alpharetta.
played ball over in Denmark.
3,500 passing career at 38. He had 1,500 yards as a senior in passing over there, 21 touchdowns. They lost.
I've never heard of them.
His last game as a senior, they lost to Grayson,
No
35-21.
So that's why I hadn't heard of them. They're a 7A in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Denmark High School. So
I've never heard of that.
SF Houston puts up 205 total yards. They didn't even rush for 70 yards. Had 2 turnovers. JSU also had 2 turnovers, so that's kind of how that game went. So Coach Rich Rod, the run is on.
42-17.
Coach Rich Rod. So what about UAB? What was the news for them?
They play Alabama A&M, which should be an easy win.
It's the first, which will
nothing
be
against Alabama A&M, but they're a small school. And then JSU plays Davidson. The only thing I really know about Davidson is that Steph Curry played there, which I don't think that will have anything to do with the football game. So
No.
they both should get good wins this week, I would think.
We'll do some Saturday action. We got Alabama Auburn lineman stuff.
You want to go? I'm talking about yesterday. Did you want to talk about Vandy? They won 63-10 over Hawaii.
I didn't watch.
I just heard.
Yeah.
What about that Nebraska game?
Now, yes, we got some stuff on Nebraska. We were there at the game live.
Yeah, we were there in Ireland. Did you enjoy that, by the way?
Well, it's just a long trip. Where did I write that down at? I know I covered it.
Well, we don't have to stay on the game long. All we got to talk about is one thing.
Oh, this is it. Saturday action.
That was the best game of the day.
Yeah, reporter asked Frost while he was there at Dublin. I was over there eating some. I tried the haggis and I just can't do it. The reporter asked Frost if he'd consider stepping down after the 31-28 loss to Northwestern. The game was at Avia Stadium. That's where we were at in Dublin, Ireland. Pretty good trip. Stuff's a little expensive there. Take your money with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thompson, the quarterback, he was 25. He was 25 for 42.
He looked good.
I thought so. 355 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Now, Northwestern's QB, Halinsky, 27 for 38, 315 yards.
He used to play at South Carolina, by the way.
And Hall was 120 yards receiving for a touchdown. Washington had 100 yards. Grant had 101 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and Garcia was 120 receiving and 1 touchdown. They rushed for 110, and Northwestern rushed for 214. I try to look for differences. So Northwestern they outrushed them, and the ball just didn't bounce their way sometimes. 73 plays for Nebraska, 85 plays for Northwestern.
That's a lot of plays.
8 penalties for Northwestern. Nebraska had 1 penalty, and we know what cost them the game because as soon as it happened, we both looked at each other and said,
looked at each other. Guys, we're not lying. We're not making this up. Me and him looked at each other and said,
"What is he doing?
What is he doing?"
That's the kind of stuff you get fired for right there. Onside kick after they just scored to go up, and they were up
11. And he onside kicked it. And guys, I'm not exaggerating to you, and I know you're like, quit saying that, shut up. But it was like, we both ball game.
Yeah, and Todd said that's the type of play that'll cost a man a game, and I said that's the kind of play that'll cost a man his job. That's just why
45-yard line, and
you give
I
them the
love
ball,
Scott Frost,
and they scored.
Oh yeah, they scored quick.
4 plays, 5 plays.
I mean, they only had to go 45 yards. You know, the defense was like, he might have even lost the locker room on that one, which we don't know if he called it. He said he did.
Yeah.
He said he did. But he's not the special teams coach. But it went through him.
By looking at it and the way it went down and us watching the announcers and listening to what the announcer
They
said.
didn't say much.
The announcer said, a kicker has if he sees a particular setup on kickoff, he has an option to onside kick it. So I don't know if Frost he's a super nice guy. I don't know if he's falling on the sword for his kicker. And the kicker said, well, I just seen the lineup, coach, so I tried the onside kick.
I think he's falling on the sword.
I feel that way. I don't think he called that. I think the kicker seen something that he's been taught in practice, and he felt it was an opportunity for them to try to be jazzy and flashy and get the ball back.
I don't know. I don't see. And, his answer didn't make a lot of sense. He's like, well, we had the momentum, and if we got that,
sure,
we would have. But, guys, you know what percentage of onside kicks get recovered? It's not high.
I'd probably say 15. 12%.
It's definitely not 3 out of 10, is it?
No.
In college, it's probably less than 15.
Yeah, it's not. It's not more than 15%. I would just nearly bet on it.
And he did this, and it cost him the ball game.
I think the kid seen something. He wanted to be cool and be known. So that's just
Is it almost like they're finding ways to lose now? I don't think they lose that ball game. They might have still lost.
Sam Acho said 11 games now for them of 5 points or less loss. I think that's what he said.
I mean, they're living a nightmare. Living a nightmare.
And we had to come all the way back home on a biplane that we borrowed from Mr. Talbert. Thank you, Keith. Graham's father had an old crop duster, Mr. Talbert.
We were in worse shape than Frost.
Man, having to come back and it was cold up there at altitude, and I about ate all the nutty bars.
I mean, we about went down the Atlantic.
Todd ate all the nutty bars. I couldn't get him out of it.
Pringles.
So on the ride home, we discussed it, and we decided that Coach Frost is just a good guy, and I'm going to get into.
I've heard today, unless they have a miraculous season, he's probably going to be let go.
So, speaking on that, we'll roll into this. College game day. Welcome back.
Yeah. I
Sunshine Scooter.
It's pretty good.
We know old Scooter, old Sunshine. He looks very old, and he looks really tired. And, Lord, he's done a great job on that show. And we all enjoy him picking the games and picking the heads up and calling the games. It's very good. It's a big part of college game day that I enjoy watching. I like it when he picks the mascots. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they go through picking these games. Talking about Nebraska, your Big Ten champ on that one side, Dez has got them winning it.
Nebraska.
Yeah. And I think he had Wisconsin winning it as a whole.
Well, I can maybe see Wisconsin. Maybe.
They're going to play Nebraska to win it. I think that's what it. I don't know if he's trolling, he's looking for hot takes because his name's getting down, or he's just literally insane.
Well, now, I read articles that said Nebraska would be better, but I ain't read one that said they would play for that side of it.
Nobody's picking them but him.
So, Desmond Howard, former Heisman Trophy winner, Super Bowl hero,
He's lost his mind.
picked Nebraska to win the Big Ten.
Not win it. I don't think he picked them to win
He
it.
picked them to win that one side.
Yes, the East.
To play for.
Yeah.
They
And-
don't do that. They don't do North and South.
It's East and West.
Okay.
Now, it gets better. Just wait. It just gets better, guys. Please hang around. Thank you for tuning in to the Matt and Todd Show, by the way. A&M will play Pitt. This is playoffs.
This is in the semifinal.
Yes. A&M plays Pitt. Pitt's not even probably finished to finish second over there.
And they lost their quarterback.
Miami is going to probably play Clemson for the ACC. That's my take.
I would think. Maybe Wake Forest.
Now, did you hear
Maybe.
you hear the first part of that?
Yeah, Texas A&M.
So he's saying that A&M's going to beat Alabama out.
Third toughest schedule in the country.
They're going to win out, and I think he said Georgia would beat them in the SEC, and Georgia would wind up finishing fourth because they're going to have another loss also. And on the other side of the bracket, he has Baylor playing Michigan. So he's picking Michigan to beat.
Maybe Baylor.
That was it. Michigan beats Nebraska and goes on.
But no Ohio State.
So he's got A&M playing Michigan for the Natty.
Okay, I've got to say this right now, guys. And first of all, neither one of us are. I'm not ignorant. I don't know what they're seeing in
Michigan. I don't know.
Michigan or A&M.
I don't
And
see
A&M's
anything.
an SEC school. What are you talking about?
They got all these hot stud players, but they are not playing yet.
They're not playing yet.
It's going to be a year or two. And Jimbo's not the greatest coach ever that really establishes great identity with absolving players and to being great machines. He won one with Jameson. But who do you have for a receiver? Calvin Benjamin. He was a freak athlete. And they beat Auburn on the last play of the game.
I mean, I just don't. Okay, they got a Chain, who's great. We agree. Their receiver, they got a DWI. It's up in the air. They just named their quarterback.
King.
Their defense is in shambles up front, and then the linebacker. I think their linebackers are good. Their secondary is great. I don't want to say their defense is in shambles. They just don't know about it. And you're putting them in the national championship game. Why?
Winning
the national championship.
Beating Michigan. All right. Y'all can do @Des Howard on Twitter. Go raid his.
I don't understand.
Go raid his direct message box and
He's
direct
never
message.
said anything out of the way.
And it's not just one. This whole thing is a joke.
Okay,
it's
keep
like
going.
Barnum and Bailey Circus.
What are they doing?
Now Pollock has Ohio State. He's got them playing Utah. That's not terrible.
No.
And he's got Bama playing Clemson semis, and he's got Bama playing Ohio State for the title, which we agree. He's got Bama beating Ohio State. That's Pollock. I like Utah being. That's okay.
I mean, yeah, there's a good chance.
I think Notre Dame's probably going to make it in because their schedule's it's an easy schedule. I mean, they don't really have anybody. I think they may make it in. I hope Utah does. That would be awesome.
Wait just a second. Somebody's texting us. What? Joke.
Kurt Herbstreit now, the crying guy that got up there on national TV and was crying about equalism and equal opportunity.
Yeah. Kurt Herbstreit.
That's just ridiculous. He's a phony. Mm-hmm. No respect for him anymore after those kind of things. Crying up there. It's alligator too. He's faking crying to get sympathy for some BLM movement. Why would you do that? Just be legitimate in what you say and just say, yes, we care about BLM. We care about all people, and everybody's important. And under God's grace, everybody is important. Yeah, he's crying on TV because they're Disney. So if you're tired of Disney and the fake tears and the rehearsed and the insane picks by people picking A&M to win a national championship game, guys, you have found your home. Everybody that's watching right now, the Matt and Todd shows where you want to be.
8-4. A&M goes 8-4.
Unrehearsed. We don't rehearse this stuff. These are notes we take ourselves. We're not handed propaganda, political material from anybody. This is just football. That's what we're going to talk about.
Wow.
Right here on the Matt and Todd
I
Show.
can't wait to see this A&M team with no credentials.
Now, Herbie, Nebraska.
Yeah, let's hear his final.
He's got
it's good.
Ohio State, Georgia playing, and Bama plays Baylor. And he likes Ohio State to play Bama as well as we do, and Pollock does. He's got Ohio State beating Bama. That's fine. I can dig that.
Yeah. I mean, that's not ridiculous.
I'm not ridiculous.
What's asinine?
Or Asa 10 or Asa 11.
Asinine.
It's not.
Texas A&M. Wow.
So, Des Howard, shout out. Hashtag at Des Howard on Twitter. Go at Des Howard. Or go at College Game Day. Because I already have. I've called him out on this. Said, you're insane. You're crazy.
And you're absolutely right. They're going on and jumping Texas A&M, who probably will win the national championship in 3 years.
Yes, thank you.
They're jumping them up.
Yeah.
Now. Wait. Well, it's not their time yet.
You talking about A&M? Well, this is what
I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're not going to do well, and they're going to end up firing Fisher because all these yahoos got them winning it.
Got him pumped up. Well, here's just the truth of the matter, and this is again. Thank you, Aaron. Less ESPN, more Matt and Todd.
We're taking over.
Hashtag.
ESPN has now been replaced.
Yeah, I like Pollock. Now, Pollock was on Crane Company when they did SEC Media Days. Great guy, has good common sense, good answers.
Yeah.
Herbie is a fake with his crocodile tears crying about some black athlete stuff. It's garbage. He could care a rip less. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I ain't got no use for him. Dez, what?
He may have just done that to mix it up. Maybe he's tired of picking the same one.
And if that is so, I wished he would just say, guys, I'm just tired of seeing
Maybe
Clemson.
That's who he wants to see in it.
Yeah, and if he would say, this is who I would like to see. You know what I'd say? Every man's got a right to his own. But don't make it like this is print news. Because people take his opinion seriously. He's on ESPN. He's on Disney Channel.
Oh, he's making a killing.
Yeah, millions of dollars. Right there.
He won the Heisman Trophy. He won a Super Bowl MVP, I think.
Herbie has Nebraska
Been a Super Bowl MVP.
winning the Big Ten West also. Boy,
I mean, maybe. Not now. Not after they lost that game yesterday.
I don't see it.
Apparently, that was a huge upset that we didn't know was a huge upset.
They should have won that game.
I thought they were even.
That was ridiculous.
No.
So that's some of the craziness that's going on Disney Channel or ESPN, whatever you want to call it. Disney owns all that stuff. So if you're tired of the rehearsed stuff and the crocodile tears and the fake woke crowd and the backhanded slights against other political parties like it has anything to do with football, because it does not, and we don't do it here.
Which I can say this.
Come right here, Matt and Todd Show.
I obviously won't say what I said, but I said something that didn't line up with the left.
Mm-hmm.
I got blocked from Messenger for 24 hours. I said it in a private message.
No, nobody cares. These people are insane. And
24 hours. Couldn't text nobody.
Listen, the bad part is all the things that I said early about a certain disease that come across our country and ravaged our country and killed a lot of people. Killed some people that I know closely that I care about. Killed some of their grandparents and parents. What I said originally and how to handle it, I was right, and so was the other millions of people and doctors that got fired and crucified. If you watch Joe Rogan, which a lot of you listeners, I would. He's good, a good, clean, not clean comedy, but clean podcast. He has intelligent people on there, great podcasts too. He had Aaron Rodgers on yesterday. It's Todd's number one guy. No, I'm just kidding. He hates Aaron Rodgers.
No, I don't. I just don't agree with it.
And I don't either. On
No,
hardly,
at all.
on hardly anything.
He's a,
But
I don't know what.
and in watching that podcast, it lines up with what we're talking about now. Aaron was blackballed from NFL football. 2 years ago, he was told that he would take a shot or he couldn't play football. And he decided that he found out through his doctors that he's allergic to the PEG. It's a particle, a material in the shot. So he's like, well, I'll get the Johnson shot. They took it down because of clotting. So these shots were just really not safe. And by his doctor advised him, which is what we're supposed to do, Fauci is not supposed to advise you on getting a shot. Your personal
Right,
family
it
doctor
should.
should, because he knows you personally. He knows your blood, your health. And Aaron Rodgers takes care of himself. I mean, he looks like a yoga instructor. That's what he looks like. He's got the dude with the ponytail, and he's out there going, doing yoga.
Yeah.
But he takes care of himself. And most NFL players do. So then he immunized himself by taking small doses of the virus through doctor's care. And then he got COVID from his vaccinated players and was banned from the game that week. He was in a room, a 5,000 square foot warehouse with 18 other guys. And they banned him from the game because he got COVID. And he said, so he goes to the board and with his paperwork says, well, I'm immunized. I've been taking small doses of this virus to immunize myself because I want to be safe for the players and my family. And I got sick from the vaccinated players. You know what they told him at the board, NFL?
No.
You're hysteric. That's silliness. That's hypothetical issues. He said, I got sick from a player that's vaccinated. You're on some of that cloud tripping stuff, man. You got to get the aluminum foil hat off. What? So that kind of ties in with what we was talking about. I wanted to mention that about Aaron Rodgers.
One more mention. I went and looked at my data, and I had been reviewed back in April for a post against abortion.
Yeah.
Reviewed
by
Facebook.
See,
See if they need to be blocked.
It's everybody's choice, and it's free choice and free willy until it's time to do what they tell you to do and take a shot. When you're supposed to agree with them, then you take the shot and shut your mouth. But if you don't agree and you think, well, I think people should have a choice, get an abortion, that's your business. Don't. I'm not really for it, but I'm not a lady. I'll never have to make that decision. But God makes all children wonderful, and I think that life is wonderful. That's my personal opinion. Have a choice. Take a shot, don't. Have an abortion, don't. That's between you and your God. And you have to make peace with them in the situation, because every situation is different. For taking a shot, your age, your health situation, or an abortion. Of what happens, or things that every situation is different, like the fingerprints that God made us on our body. See what I'm saying? So I'm for let them choose to take a shot or have an abortion. But see, they don't want that. So you get knocked down
Because I
you think
don't
that
agree with
because you think that they do need a choice. You're not just
no.
pro-abortion.
Yes, I think.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
I'm not for it, and except certain special.
Yeah. And we'll let people decide on their own. That's
They
our
don't
whole
run me
thing.
off because of that. But all right. But moving on.
Yeah, and that it just kind of come up because of Dez and their thinking and that whole people that own that crowd of people. So anyway, now this Saturday, guys, get out your popcorn and get your pizza.
Yeah, let's.
Because
see
the
who,
pizza schedule is hot and it's going to be on the way. And we
we can pick these games, can't we?
Oregon Ducks playing at the Georgia Dogs over here in Georgia. Chick-fil-A kickoff. Get your sandwiches. Get your waffle fries. Get the best dipping sauce going. And that's the Chick-fil-A sauce. Danny, have you had the Chick-fil-A sauce?
Oh yeah.
The Chick-fil-A sauce, guys, is something else. They play at 2:30 on ABC. I am going to lean towards, on a hot take pick, I just think Georgia's
I'm not
still.
picking Georgia. I'm not picking Oregon over Georgia.
Georgia's just they're still Georgia. I don't think Oregon's there. They're not SEC.
I do think it'll be close.
They're not big dogs. They're not weighing in on. I mean, they ain't got the guys, man. Bo Nix is.
I mean, their quarterback's gone. Their running back transferred to USC. They do got a good linebacker. But, I still say Georgia in a close one. I'm going to go 24-17, man. I'm putting this down.
You going to write mine, too?
Yeah.
All right.
24-17. What you got?
Georgia, 36-24.
Wait a minute. You want to pick the score or just how many points?
Well, just for that one, we'll do a score because they were champs last year. We'll just do Georgia's score.
We might not get close on the score. But I'm saying they'll win by 7. Matt says they'll win by 12.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's just do that.
Cincinnati at Arkansas. Woo Pig Suey.
I'm going to go Arkansas plus 10.
ESPN at 2:30, guys. ESPN 2:30. Mark it on your calendar. Popcorn and pizza schedule ready. Chick-fil-A sandwiches in hand.
No, I take that back, man. I'm going Arkansas plus 14.
I'll take Arkansas plus 10.
Okay. All right.
The Crazy Wild Indians, the Utes, are at the Swamp. ESPN 6 o'clock. I don't know if these times are Eastern or Central. I'm assuming they're Central. So guys, please check your schedules to make sure I'm right. I think they're Central. I like Utah in this on a plus 10.
I got Utah plus 4.
Okay.
I mean, this makes it interesting, and make sure I keep this on this table. I'm gonna put it right there, and we'll see how good of handicappers we are.
Yeah,
we may go in a new line of work here.
We can get with Jake Crane and bunch and blaming them because they got it figured out.
Joey the Fish.
The Crane Company. Go over and tune in their shows. They come on in the mornings now through the week. So if you tune in on Rick and Bubba, go to YouTube, hit in Crane Company. I'm telling you, they do no nonsense. What we just talked about, we just call people out like it is. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And we just call it out and then we move on. Mercer at Auburn.
I'm not picking
Dean,
that.
it's on SEC Network. Supposed to be on at 6 o'clock. Auburn by...
I'm going to say 35.
Auburn by 21. Army at Coastal Carolina. I got to check by this one. I'm interested in this game. It's going to be on ESPN Plus at 6 o'clock. I do like Army to win this game.
Over South Carolina?
Coastal Carolina.
Oh, Coastal Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick. I'm not going to pick a line on that. I'm going to say Coastal Carolina. You got Army.
Utah State at Bama, SEC Network, 6:30. You better get SEC Network. If you don't, you're welcome to come by here, but you better bring some food with you because
what time they play?
May be hungry. 6:30.
I want to say that Alabama wins that by 42.
Bama by 35.
Okay.
Notre Dame at Ohio State, ABC.
Oh my God.
At 6:30. 6:30, ABC. Notre Dame at Ohio State. I'm going to say Ohio State by 3 touchdowns.
I'm going to say Ohio State by 10. You got 21, right?
Yes, sir.
I got the top and you got the bottom. We'll see how we do on this. You got them plus 21. We hadn't disagreed on any yet.
I like this game. There was a list of games, guys. They're a mile long. I picked some games that I like, and the popular ones too. Next one will be Memphis at Mississippi State Bulldogs. Listen, it's on ESPNU at 6:30. It's going to be on the same time as Ohio State and Bama on ESPNU. It may not get a lot of watches because of the number 2 Ohio State's playing the number 5 Notre Dame, whatever.
Matt, what I'm fixing to do here is going to shake the world. You know what?
I like Memphis.
I'm picking Memphis.
I like them, but I think
you still think Mississippi State?
They're just too. The Rogers, the quarterback, and the run game. Their defense is better this year. I'll go Bulldogs. They'll cover them. They're probably. I don't even know what their pick win by. I assume the line is probably a 9.
All right, I'm going to stay with you, but I'm going to say they win by.
Oh, stick with Memphis. I mean, I thought about picking them. I don't think it's going to be a bad game.
I'm going to go plus 3 Mississippi State. I'm just going to think they win. I'm going to win by 3.
Now, here's the last game of the day. This is your bedtime snack. This is when you pop out the Nutty Buddies and a glass of milk, because Uncle Matt said it's okay to have a Nutty Buddy and a glass of milk. Boise State at Oregon State. Oregon State's really improved. They're going ESPN at 9:30. 9:30. Uncle Matt says get a glass of milk and a Nutty Bar at 9:30 and watch.
I'm going with the Beavers.
Beavers, the Boise State, the Cyclone running horses.
I don't know what Oregon's. I'm going with the Beavers.
Okay.
Man. What are you?
I'm going to just be opposite. I'm going to take Boise.
All right. I'm going to say that Oregon State beats them by 4. What about you?
Touchdown.
All right. We'll see how good we are at handicapping here.
Now, 2 more games. If you thought NFL was just for Sundays, it's not anymore, Dean. Now we got college football on Sundays, 6:30, ABC, Florida State versus the LSU Marching Kellies.
I'm going to pick Florida State with their 38 starters back.
Okay, I'm going to go LSU at home at night. Mike the Tiger.
Tough.
Mike the Tiger don't lose on Sundays, man. He just don't.
I'm not going to pick the points. That's a pickle.
And Monday, guys, Monday night. Now, I know some people's going to be out and about, and you're going to be watching Road the Blue Map put on by me down there at Average Joe's. Bo and Reggie will be continuing on week 3, covering some big-time football from all around the area. Road the Blue Map, Monday night at 6.
Monday night.
Yeah, we're going to go through that.
Who plays Monday?
7 o'clock on ESPN. Clemson at Georgia Tech, the Ramblin' Wreck.
Clemson by
17. Yeah, I like 17.
You gonna stay with that too?
Yep, I love it. Guys, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes, and we're about ready to ride this horse down.
You want me to?
And Dean's got Auburn stuff.
Auburn and
do that
Alabama
too.
stuff, and then we'll be done.
Yes, let's get into that.
All right, Matt. First
People
of all,
coming back. This is just interior guys and people you want to know.
Right.
Auburn, Alabama fans do watch this show mostly.
Yeah.
So we're going to cover them. Sorry, Vanderbilt and Missouri. We probably won't cover your team in depth. We will give you scores of your team and probably stats from the quarterback in the day as the season rolls on.
Right, exactly.
But today, Alabama and Auburn linemen, who's coming back? Who's got an advantage?
All right, well, I'm going to do every position, but not go in depth. Okay, Auburn. Let's do Auburn
Now,
first.
in their opening games, Auburn plays Mercer.
Mercer.
Who's these guys we're going to be hearing from?
All right, well, first of all, you said Finley was named quarterback.
That's what the word on the street is.
So Finley's the quarterback. Calzada's the backup. We know Calzada's been more successful than Finley, but apparently he's pushed Finley to a new heights.
Competition's great, man. It does wonderful things. I love it.
All right, running back wise, Jaquez Hunter and Tank Bigsby maybe the best combo in the Southeastern Conference, man. All right, at receiver, Auburn's very young. All they got is Shedrick Jackson. He got 40 catches. The others are unproven. But here's where Auburn's going to be tough, Matt, and guess where that is? That's where you want to be tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line, Brandon Council. O-line is better when he's in. Killian Zaire started last year. Nick Abrams, 33 starts. Keandre Jones, best lineman on the team. And Austin Troxell started last year. So they got all 5 linemen back, man.
Troxell,
not Troxell.
I like it.
All 5 linemen. All right, defensively, these Auburn Tigers, the D-line is good. Colby Wooden, one of the best in college football. Marcus Harris started at Kansas. He started last year, started at Kansas 2 years ago. He's a stud. And nose tackle, 6'6", 328. That's Terrence Cody stuff right there.
It is.
So Auburn's going to be great on the O-line and D-line.
That's good. Look, guys, that's a good place to start.
That is a good place to
And
start.
on the top 25 list, they're not even ranked. And we didn't really do a top 25. We give our top 10 or something last week, just kind of kicking things around. It's way too early. We don't like it. We like to see them play a week or two before we got to get a real test.
Right. Well,
but I like Auburn to be in the top 25 just for those reasons.
Well, I mean, good O-line, good D-line. That's what you want.
You can run the ball and you can stop people. That's a good start.
Well, here's the conundrum. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Catch 22. Linebackers, no experience except for Owen Papo, who's one of the best in the conference.
He's good. He's a good one halfback.
No experience in the secondary.
That's where they're worried. People's going to throw the ball on
And
them,
people throw the ball.
and they're going to burn them.
Craig McDonald, transfer from Kansas State, supposed to be a big help.
Yes,
back
he
there.
is.
So you got a great O-line, you got a great D-line for Auburn. You don't know about the linebackers. You're young at wide receiver. You're young at DB. You're great at running back. So
Too deep at running back.
how does that work out?
And the quarterback
And
can
the
run.
quarterback's kind of up in there.
He can run, too. He can run the ball.
But as we know, some of these receivers, they could shine. Some of these DBs could shine. But there's no experience.
SEC Network at 6 o'clock. They'll take on Mercer. We'll see how Auburn Tigers turn out and how Coach Harson's got his guys ramped together and getting ready to hit the season.
All right, we're going to start with the Bama offense first. Quarterback, that's pretty set with Bryce Young. Running backs, you've got Gibbs, the transfer from Georgia Tech. He's supposed to be the starter. Jace McClellan and Roy Dale Williams back. Trey Sanders back. They're absolutely loaded, Matt.
Yeah.
They're loaded. Receiver, not as good as last year, but you got Mechie and Williams. I mean, that's pretty hard to top, is it not?
No, those two.
Okay, you got Jermaine Burton, Trevor Harrell, Tyler Harrell from Louisville, Jermaine Burton from Georgia, Ja'Cory Brooks. You like Brooks, don't you?
I do.
JoJo Earl.
I love JoJo. Now
JoJo Earl.
he's hurt. Remember
He is hurt.
So we're going to see. They think October. He's going to miss a few games.
Trayshawn Holden. And you got the best tight end, top 5 tight end in the country.
My two.
He's not the best, but he's top 5.
Well, that kid from Georgia.
So,
What's his name?
yeah, Brock Bowers.
Bowers.
And so you got, so mainly it's going to be Tyler Harrell, Jermaine Burton, Latu, hopefully JoJo Earl, Trayshawn Holden, and there was one more I named. Ja'Cory Brooks. But Bama's loaded at quarterback, they're loaded at running back, and they're loaded at receiver. All right, guess where they're not loaded at, Matt?
Alabama?
Yeah.
Defensive line?
All O-line. No, their defense.
Their defense line's good.
Offensive line, a lot of question marks. We'll just see. But somebody said their offensive line had some trouble last year. The starters are going to be Javion Cohen, Darian Dalcourt, Tyler Steen, Emil Ikior, and J.C. Latham.
Now, Latham's good. Now, the question last year for Alabama was, can they run the ball? And you got to have a line to be able to run the ball. And it was questionable. The guard situation, number 55, I think, was bad. I'm just going to call it. He was just bad.
It just wasn't that good.
And they moved him over to the other side, the guard, and he's still bad. They're going to be on ESPN at 6:30.
Right.
They also are paying Utah $1.9 million to play him. $1.9 million. So you get $2 million.
That's what we need to do is just play Alabama.
Let's go get hammered by Bama.
Let's go. We'll get up a team of 13 of us. But Matt, we can do it. We can split that, 13 ways?
All right, Harold, Darryl Horton, we need them.
David Bledel.
David, Tony Crane. Let's get Tony wound up somewhere.
Well, Matt, briefly, and this won't take but 5 minutes, let's talk about, by far, the best defense in the country.
Yeah.
I'm not being a homer, but up front you got DJ Dale and Byron Young. They're both great. That's the front line. Linebackers, best in the country. Henry To'oTo'o, if I'm pronouncing that right. Dallas Turner,
I like
who is an absolute star.
I like Turner a lot.
And then you got the best player in the country, and Will Anderson.
And he could be a Heisman contender along with C.J. Stroud or Levis from Kentucky or whoever else you like.
So you got the best linebacking core in the country. And you got the best secondary in the country because Helms and Battle, the safeties, who both made over 80 tackles, are back.
All Americans.
Kool-Aid's back.
All
Eli
American.
Ricks transferred from LSU.
Now, Kool-Aid was all freshman SEC.
And Brian Branch, the nickelback, is back. And I was telling Matt before, 56 tackles. Matt, why don't you tell him how many he missed?
0.
He had a 92% grade as a defense.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody else. That's like LT type stats.
No, he didn't miss a tackle.
That's like Reggie White or Dante Hightower. Did he surely, I wonder if he had any missed tackles.
Oh, gosh, yeah. 0. He didn't miss one tackle, guys.
The grader is a little easy on him. He's definitely not like, Coach Mack, the tough grader on tackles.
He was. Oh, we got to keep this. We're not in to put that.
That's anywhere.
Okay, let me get this garbage. But, yeah, best secondary in the country, best linebacking core in the country. How you going to stop that, Matt?
And they get to pay Utah's going to get a check for $2 million. All right, we'll end it at right here, minute 25. We about 10 minutes over. That's okay.
Just a second. This is a good
All right,
question.
NFL preseason. I got 5 scores for you. The Bears' Justin Field had a fantastic game. You can go look up some of his stats if you're interested in NFL stuff. Fields had a good game.
I think he's going to come on and be
Won the game for him. Big time play. Now the Titans, the quarterback Woodside runs in a touchdown, wins the game last second for them. Titans win 26-23 over the Cardinals. The Falcons, winners, 28-12 over the Jags.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Dolphins were 48-10 over the Eagles. The Bills take a big 0 from the Panthers, 21-0. I report the Bills. I'm gonna give you Bills news. I'm a Bills fan, and Dean's a 49ers fan. Dean's 49ers get beat 17-0 by the Texans.
Y'all do realize that the preseason is just to see who's gonna be on your team.
Yeah, it's just they have on Tuesday. This Tuesday they'll have a meeting and start deciding some of what, and then they'll play more.
Next week it gets down to 53.
Yes.
Don't they pick something in the practice squad?
Yes, that's exactly right.
And guys, if we're gonna go play Alabama and make this $2 million, we need y'all to.
Yeah,
we need to start practicing.
Bailey Blanchard, we need you. Kobe Brandon, young Jim Nelson, Coach Crane. Yeah, we can have Crane, and I think we can find some Prue. We need some linemen. Need Prue, Marcus. He can come in and play line too. Yeah. Maybe I can go steal Corey.
Hey, maybe we can get enough where we don't have to play.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
Coach.
I'm gonna go to Barry. I'm gonna steal Luke and Chaz. I'm gonna steal them over there from Barry. We need them to play Luke Welch and Cam. I see who else.
Can you imagine how hard bad?
Preston's probably running a dozer somewhere. We could probably get him. What about like the Ivy boys from Spring Garden? What are they doing right now? What about Trey Littlefield? Trey, he would come play. We go start snagging up some of these old players around the county.
Players.
I bet we'd score on them.
Let's see. You got Turner, who probably runs a 4.5. Now let's just look. Okay, before we go off, let's just look at this for real.
No, it's not for real. They would
okay, Henry To'oTo'o probably runs a 4.6. Anderson's 4.5. Turner's a 4.5.
He would destroy anybody that we know off the line.
That's 3. Okay, plus you got the defensive line up front. They all bench press 400 pounds. Okay, let's go to the secondary now. You got Helms and Battle, who probably 4.6s and bench press 350 pounds. Your corners probably run 4.4s.
4.5.
And can jump 35 inches.
Probably. Yeah, I don't.
So, I mean, you got to.
I would just hope that nobody got hurt in the first few plays.
Like the first 2 plays.
Yeah. I'm trying to get where we don't have to play, Dean.
Can we just take a knee?
We'd do it for $1 million, and we'll split it up amongst the 15 of us. And if anybody's interested, you can contact. That would be at Diamond Dean at hotdogmail.com. And he will work for Nutty Bars because he eats the whole box of them coming back from Dublin.
Dublin, oh yeah, we went to Ireland.
And thanks again, Mr. Talbot, for letting us borrow that old spray plane.
What was I going to tell you, man? Yeah, we just can't even fathom the type of athleticism these guys have.
It's been a great show, guys. Dang good show.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Imagine getting 11 Devlin Cliftons on the field at Cedar Bluff.
That would help.
Okay, well, they're a lot better than that.
Oh, God, yeah.
10 times better than that. No offense to Devlin.
Yeah, no.
But could you imagine Cedar Bluff with 11 Devlin Cliftons out there? You think they'd have won it? Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, Cedar Bluff, sure, yeah.
Yeah, 11 Josh Moses. 11 guys with equal ability like that. That's what you got.
Y'all have a great week, everybody.
Yeah, good job.
Everybody say your prayers and take your vitamins this week. Our game of the week will be Spring Garden hosting Wadley.
Now,
congratulations to Kate Hopper, Player of the Week. We'll be seeing you tomorrow.
One of you, Matt's definitely going to be there. I may not be there because I may go cover the center game for the Post Herald, but I don't know.
Now, Sandrock's at home too. They have Pisgah at home. So if you're looking for a home game, Sandrock's at home, Spring Garden's at home, Center's at home, Gelsville's at Coosa, and Cedar Bluff's at Woodville.
What time is it?
1-ish, 2-ish when they get them after school, sort of. So look for us around town. We'll be still doing autographs. I do 35 cents. Dean's is a quarter. Guys, we appreciate y'all coming by today. Matt and Todd Show live, hour and a half. Spotify podcast, thank you guys. We love you, everybody. Nutty Bar was the winner. We'll be trying out some different things as the season goes on for tailgate foods. So for all your football needs, stop by here on the Matt and Todd Show, the best dang duo of sports going today. There ain't a better one going, Dean. We appreciate everybody. And, y'all have a fantastic week. Keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. Love y'all.
Yes, have a great week. Show 152.
152. Come on back next week, 153.
153.
All right.